Good day, this is Lewis with Farming Smarter here. We're out at the Farming Smarter site, right beside our irrigation pivot here, and we're here to give you a bit of an update on our irrigation decision support system project. I have with me Divya Chayanam with LiteFarm. They're partners on this project, so has come over from the University of British Columbia, so we can kind of get some work done on the ground here. One of the goals, the primary goal of this project is to provide growers with real-time information about soil moisture in a way that they can digest and synthesize that information, make a decision, and respond to that decision with their pivots. So one of the roles LiteFarm has in the project is sort of on that IT software side to set up a platform that helps us put all the pieces together. We're pulling information from the soil, but we also have to send it to the pivot. So anyways, having said that, I'll introduce Divya, who can maybe give us a little bit more information about what that looks like from her side of things.
Hi, I'm Divya Chayanam. I work with LiteFarm, which is a farm management software that's free and open source. It's a project that's currently with University of British Columbia. As Louis said, we are working with them on this Smart Irrigation project, which is a decision-making support system for pivot-based irrigation for farmers to be a little less hands-on with irrigating their fields. What LiteFarm does is provide a user interface that offers us one control center for all the data that's coming in from the sensors that talk about the state of the field for weather data and crop data. Which is entered into LiteFarm, and to combine all of this into a system and produce an irrigation plan that's relevant, then that's suitable for that particular field. We also have Ensemble, who are the other partners that are supporting with the framework on this project. As part of the user interface on LiteFarm, as I mentioned before, a farmer can get to see all the data that's collected from the sensors. So would also be able to see the irrigation prescription that's been suggested for that day and for the following days, and take a decision on if the plan is what they wish to go with for that day, create an irrigation task out of that, and enable that data to be part of a permanent record that goes into your farm records.
So we spent some time today discussing, maybe the disconnect between what happens in the field and sort of that heads-up display that a farmer might see or that an end user might see. Would you comment on some of the challenges, some of the specific things we've kind of navigated? Like what are the hurdles when we're talking about, somebody here in Alberta with their feet in the soil or a sensor in the field here and a software that we kind of have to work through to have something they can understand and digest?
Yeah. So one challenge that is not specific to irrigation, but we've noticed it as through the course of this project, is the balance of the data that we show to a farmer, the balance between what's useful, what's complete, and what's actionable, because we do have a lot of information that's coming from the sensors, a lot of information that a pivot can take, but not all of it is something that needs to be exposed to a farmer. It can easily go into the zone of over information. So we need to be careful of presenting just the right information for them to be able to make the decision, so that they feel confident about this system, this scientific decision making process that we have in place, but they are also not overwhelmed by the set of data that's thrown at them.
Yeah, that's perfect. And you know, I guess where are we in the process now, and what can users expect by the end of next year at the end of the project?
Okay. So I think we did significant progress on having a dashboard that shows that has most of the controls. But by next year, we hope to be able to get this a little more hands-free, in the sense we plan to have a little more user control in the process that we have today. Right now, it's a suggested irrigation prescription that the user can choose to either go ahead with or ignore, but a little bit more control in the prescription, maybe the minimum maximum levels, or maybe I want to postpone for a little bit. There could be small tweaks that will give them more control, on the way they want to irrigate. That could be one. We were also hoping optimistically to be able to talk to the pivot itself, which remains a challenge because of all the different proprietary software out there. It's very difficult to have a one solution that works with most pivots. That's another huge challenge that we're looking at right now, but hopefully we make some progress there.
You can keep up to date on the project through the Farming Smarter website, or you can check out LiteFarm at litefarm.org and see what they have going on their side of things. In the meantime, stay connected to myself and Farming Smarter for updates on the project.